Ryan Clark. Here's ESPN's got some conflict going on, and it'll be interesting how they handle it. Ryan Clark tried to embarrass Peter Schrager on air. This is Ryan Clark's shtick. If someone disagrees with him or he's in conflict with someone, he'll play a card. Hey, you're racist. Hey, RG3, your wife is white. You have no opinion on this, or you don't have an opinion we should respect on this. And now Peter Schrager, who they just brought over from Fox Sports, and ESPN has a lot invested in him. He's well liked in football media circles. He's well respected in football media circles. Ryan Clark basically told him, hey, shut up, you're not a player. And it's caused quite a stir at ESPN and in the media space. Let's play Ryan Clark dissing Peter Schrager.
When was the one target?
I'm saying you could have it both ways.
54 seconds left in the game on 2nd and 11. It was the one target. He runs the out route.
You wake up this morning saying A.J. Brown
has
had a better day than CeeDee Lamb?
You know what you wake up saying, though? A.J. Brown's team is 1-0.
Of course.
Right, like that's what
I get it.
But the thing is this, though, and we shouldn't do this on TV. And so I apologize if people think this is rude. That's the non-player.
Oh,
view.
Stop. CeeDee Lamb is
let me tell you why. I'm not looking at fantasy football.
Ryan, I'm not. Don't belittle me like that. I could come in and say, as 3 ex-players are saying one thing, and give an alternative perspective that maybe CeeDee Lamb did play well. And
Peter, what I need for you to do is not get mad and let me finish for one.
Okay, go on.
It wasn't about you. It was going to be about me.
Okay.
As a player, I can't speak for CeeDee Lamb. I'm speaking for.
Ryan Clark, based on all the reporting that I'm seeing, from Awful Announcing to maybe it was Front Office Sports that reported that Ryan Clark and Peter Schrager, that the fight continued off air. And I think Ryan Clark even tweeted out that he tweeted out an apology in the middle of live streaming, I think, Friday night's football game between the Chiefs and the Chargers. Ryan Clark tweeted out an apology. It's not much of an apology, in my opinion, because of when he did it and how he did it while live streaming a football game or live tweeting a football game. It's a forced apology, but I think his job may finally be on the line, that ESPN is going to have to acknowledge they can't have this guy sitting out here race baiting and embarrassing their other employees and basically gatekeeping. If you want to look at a classic example of a gatekeeper, an overseer, someone that's sitting out there thinking it's their job to police everyone else's thoughts. And I can hear people, critics of mine now, hey, isn't that what you do, Jason? And what I do, and I allow people to do with me, is I disagree with people and explain why I disagree with them. And generally speaking, I police them along biblical lines, like when people say things, do things that violate my biblical worldview, and while also claiming to be Christians. Yes, I do call them out and blah, blah. But this whole deal of like Peter Schrager can't talk, has nothing to offer because he's not a player, it's finally pushed ESPN too far, where I think they're either going to have to suspend or fire him. And it's given, because Peter Schrager is so well liked, it's actually given people the courage to publicly criticize Ryan Clark when they should have been doing this long ago. TJ, your thoughts?
Well, I'm proud of Peter Schrager. We could have had another one of these incidents, and he did not react like the guy that we just saw. So it was nice to see that. I also found it hilarious what you're talking about. Ryan Clark is live tweeting in between a batted balls, man. He says he gives his apology, and then literally 1 minute later, he says Justin Reed's absence being felt in these pressure zones. He obviously does not care. Okay, he had that. Perhaps he had it scheduled. I have no idea how you ended up doing that. I totally agree. I also think ESPN is in a really bad spot here, because if they allow that, I mean, I get that they halfway disciplined him or whatever, but Ryan Clark just basically discredited half of ESPN. Right? If that's what we're saying, anybody who didn't play ball, why be listening to Stephen A? I mean, not that I want to, but why be listening to Mina Kimes? Not that I want to. What? All the people down the line. Wasn't Greeny sitting right next to him? Why are we listening to Greeny? So that is the actual, Wilbon and Kornheiser. You got a big list of people, the actual attractions, of which Ryan Clark is not one. You've just discredited all the actual attractions at ESPN. That does cause a bit of a problem.
Causes a major problem. I don't think it's an accident that, again, he goes on First Take all the time. There's a guy on First Take named Stephen A. Smith who fabricated an athletic career in high school and in college. And Ryan Clark will say nothing. Nothing. But Peter Schrager, he has a disagreement about A.J. Brown, and he plays this card. It's absolutely amazing. And was it A.J. Brown? Yeah, it was A.J. Brown. Yeah, that he was, and C.D. Lamb. It was a debate about those two and who had the better grade. It's absolutely amazing. Here's Ryan Clark's apology. Today, I had an interaction with my colleague, Peter Schrager, both on and off air, that I regret. I have apologized to Peter and taken accountability with ESPN leadership. I value working with Peter and look forward to this season. My focus will remain on professionalism, teamwork, and being a better teammate moving forward. This from a guy that refused to go on air with Sage Steele over political differences or him thinking she's not black enough. All of it. This is the good teammate. This is the guy that ESPN must give second, third, and fourth chance. The guy that went after RG3, and I'm not even a big RG3 supporter. Everybody knows that. But he went after him in the most incredibly disingenuous, hypocritical way. Well, you got a white wife. And then like, hey, well, Ryan, you got a half-white baby from a full white woman, but RG3 is the bridge too far. This is such, his logic is so illogical and or racist, which it can both, and or racist, that, well, you can have a baby by a white woman, but you best damn not marry him or we're throwing you out of the black race. This is the guy ESPN wants on air representing them. If I don't know what you have to do if you're a black leftist to get fired, or if you're a leftist to get fired at ESPN. But Ryan Clark seems to have crossed a major line here, and probably, what ESPN tends to do is, hey, we'll just let the contract run out on you. Because it's just like with Joey Taylor over at Fox Sports. They knew they were done with Joey Taylor long ago. They just let the contract run out. Maybe that's their plan for Ryan Clark.
Maybe so. You know what's interesting is I was trying to figure, and I went back and listened, and like his reason for doing this is stupid. But at first, I actually wasn't that offended when he said, "Hey, look, man, we're gonna see it." Had he said it differently and said, "Look, man, guys that played might see this a little bit differently than you," doesn't mean you're wrong, Peter. You and Greeny might be totally right. We might have a blind spot, but like we're gonna see this a little bit different, having lived it. That seems totally reasonable to me. That seems totally normal that you could be able to say it. He didn't, though. He did it in a way to completely discredit. We shouldn't do this on air, so I apologize off the front. Well, he should have just shut up there, right? Like, he's acknowledging that he's discrediting it. And then he said, this is the non-player in you. And then this is the part that really bothered me more than anything. He acts like it's just beyond the pale that he got interrupted as Peter Schrager defended himself. Looks down. How dare you interrupt a black man while he's speaking? Come on, Ryan. It's one of the most absurd things I've ever seen. I would fire him for that alone.
Yeah, well, his comment was something about, could you let me finish, or blah, blah, blah. Like,
what I need you to do is not interrupt and let me finish.
Yes. That's what it was. And that, and Ryan, I'm not trying to be unfair, or whoever the Ryan groupies are that watching, I'm not trying to be unfair, but this is when I say that there are so many men in general, black men in particular, that don't realize the way their conversation is being feminized. Because what Ryan Clark just did there is what you're saying. He just basically said, be quiet, a black woman is talking. And so he might as well put on one of those T-shirts. Don't you understand who I am? I'm Ryan Clark. I'm talking. How dare you speak while I'm talking? This is, it was really talk to the hand. And so, this is how perhaps women in Ryan Clark's life are talking to him, telling him to talk to the hand. And so he's going to try it out on Peter Schrager. But guys, the most robust, masculine thing you can do is invite disagreement, have disagreement with people you do and don't respect, and treat them in a respectable fashion while making a superior point. That's what men do. That's what used to happen in this country. We'd have knockdown, drag-out arguments with people to figure out what the true best idea is and best position is. Instead, now we have entitled people, because my skin color is this, and because I played football this, you need to pipe down and let me talk to the hand. It's not the look you think it is, Ryan Clark. I think that's all I want to say on this. If you enjoyed that video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss a moment of Fearless.